Earthquakes is what happens when two earth plates or tectonic plates slide against each other. The tectonic plates become locked with one another and potential energy builds up in the locked plates. When the tectonic plates breaks, the stored energy is released in the form of an earthquake. This information was recorded by the BBC.
The Earth is made up of four different parts: the inner core, the outer core, the mantle, and the crust. The crust is a thin layer on top of the Earth and is broken up into many different parts. These are called tectonic plates. So the tectonic plates are always moving, and when they meet, they often get stuck. Therefore, pressure will start to form, and eventually, that pressure will be released, and earthquakes will happen. The power of the earthquakes are measured using a seismometer, which detects the vibrations caused by the earthquakes. Then the vibrations are plotted onto the seismograph. The magnitude of the earthquake, though, are based on the Richter meter. It scales from 1 to 10, 1 being small tremors and 10 being large and destructive earthquakes. So the energy of the earthquakes are seismic waves. The farther away you are from the epicenter, which is the strongest point, the weaker the seismic waves become. At the center, the seismic waves are the strongest and will cause the most damage.
The first earthquake symptoms from the animal's behavior that the humans know was from Greek in 373 BC. It was known that animals behaved unusual. They are sensitive, so they would run to safety or be violent. Other symptoms are thermal precursor, where average temperature rises and then drops suddenly the day when there is earthquake. Water precursor, the water in the well falls or rises suddenly. Seismo-electromagnetic precursor, the land becomes hot as geometric field is reduced. Human precursor, the patient gets disturbed so their blood pressure rises and heart problems.
It's called the modified Mercalli scale. It's a scale that is graded upon feedback from people who had been affected and been there during an earthquake to tell how strong it is. Another way is called the Richter scale. It creates sound wave-like drawings, and based on how big the drawings are, it will tell the people how strong it is. This is more an automatic way, while the Mercalli scale is more of a manual way. And this is how it looks after it's completely drawn. A lot of things are lost during an earthquake. Property, communication, transportation, even lives. A lot of people who lose property might become as well homeless in case they lose their place where they had job or business.
The consequences of earthquakes are big earthquakes can cause tsunamis, building collapse, house collapse, death, and crack roads. Basic emergency procedures. These are the things you should do if there's an earthquake drill. Practice earthquake drills often at home or at school. Usually schools make kids go under the table when there's an earthquake drill because if the walls collapse, it doesn't hit your head. Buy food such as non-cookable food like packaged food and fruits like apple. Make sure everybody at home or at school know where to meet or what to do if there's an earthquake. The best place to be when there's an earthquake is at an open field because nothing can collapse on you. Buildings or homes should be built with earthquake proof so it is much more stronger and doesn't collapse if there's an earthquake.